kind of want to summarize some things that you said, and let me know if I'm summarizing this correctly. But one thing that was going through my head is that it seems like your goal setting process is more of a who do I need to become, not like what are the things I need to achieve. And then so
Correct.
taking those things like, okay, if I want this, I need to become this type of person, right? I'm the person who doesn't snooze. I'm the person who doesn't go to McDonald's. I'm the person who goes to the gym every day. Is that how you think of goal setting? Less so of like, okay, I want to make $1 million this year. It's more so, okay, I want to become that person who will be able to achieve those things. Like, is that your goal setting process?
It's absolutely. The one thing that I would add to this though, Mike, is that when we start to define who we need to become, that's the first step. The second step is creating exactly what you said, some very clear goals, some things that you're pursuing, because that will help you create these benchmarks. The fierce empathy framework that I work through with a lot of my clients is I'm first looking at foundations. So fierce is actually an acronym. So it stands for foundations, intentions, expectations, relevancy, constructs, and escalation. So when I'm working with a client, whether it's, in business doing consulting, or if I'm just working in some form of life coaching capacity for high achievers or high performers, foundations are the key. Is who do you need to become and where are you right now? Being completely honest and accepting of yourself, not beating yourself up, not living in guilt, shame, or condemnation or comparison and feeling like, man, I see all these people winning online or whatever, the stuff that can devastate us from social media is like, no, I recognize there are things in me that need to die. There are things in me that I have to bury. There are things in me that have to be removed and replaced. And that's where a lot of times we misunderstand habits. You're never going to get rid of a habit. You have to replace it. And replacing it is a very forceful, proactive thing. But the reason that we're setting these foundations of acknowledging, okay, this is who I want to become, and this is where I am, that allows us to create these very strategic goals by setting the intention, right? So that's the next part, right? So we got foundations and then our intentions. What are your intentions? Do you want to make $1 million? Awesome. Why? Well, because it'll solve all my problems and I'll be able to do whatever I want, whenever I want. I'm like, okay, you're never going to make $1 million. Like, well, why not? Like, you don't have a reason. Like, well, I want to be healthier. Okay. What does that even mean? Well, I just want to be healthier. Okay. You're not going to really be healthier unless you can create these very crystal clear, definable goals. And I work people through, you probably heard of this before, Mike, is the SMART method. Yep. SMART, right? Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. If you don't have SMART goals that are specific, you can quantify and measure it. It's actually realistically attainable, right? Based on your skills gap and all that kind of stuff, that it's relevant and time-based, you're not going to achieve those things. But when you do start to set SMART goals and you know who you want to become, you'll start to see, oh, wow, if I'm going to be someone that is a multimillionaire, and I know cognitively that I am the average of the 5 closest people to me, sounds like I should probably fix my circle, right? If I want to be someone that is, successful in marriage and is married for, if you want to get married, maybe you don't. You want to have a marriage that lasts 60 years, go freaking talk to people that have been married for 60 years. Like, if you want to be an incredible parent, or you want to be incredible in business, if you want to be an incredible content creator, if you want to, whatever you want to become, you have to find the people that are excelling and succeeding in that area, and then saying, okay, cool. Guess what? For me, yeah, I wanted to model Tony Robbins, but I don't want to be Tony Robbins. Like, the world doesn't need another one. The world needs David Waldy. The world needs Mike Rama, right? And so when we can go through this process of establishing foundations, setting intentions, it allows us to start to create these expectations and boundaries for ourselves. It's like, okay, I'm going to keep my word to myself. That is the number one thing that I see, Mike, is that people are out of integrity and out of alignment because of the chaos of life and all these things that happen, friends and family and stuff. We don't end up keeping our word to ourselves, the commitments that we've made to ourselves. And that's why we self-sabotage. But if you are keeping your commitments to yourselves, you're being a person of your word to yourself, you can actually develop self-trust. And if you have self-trust, you have self-respect. If you have self-respect, you can conquer the freaking world.